Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Deb's Artsy Life. It is Sunday, July 16th, and my channel is mostly about crochet and knitting, some art, and a lot about color. I love color, and I'm sure you can tell by looking at my surroundings. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed and who have liked my videos and commented. I've gotten a comment from Linda in Wisconsin. So if you're watching, thank you and hello. And I've gotten a comment from Trina, I think, in North Carolina. So that's in addition to my biggest cheerleader, Christy. Hello, Christy, if you're watching. She's been my friend since 7th grade, and she's cheered me on with this YouTube channel. So thanks to everybody, and I'm glad you're here. If you're new here, welcome. And so I just want to talk to you about what I'm working on. I was going to show you my mug. Definitely part of my artsy life. I was drinking hot tea out of it, but it got too hot and I started having hot flashes, so I switched to iced. And let me tell you a little bit about the mug first. Just look at that. Is that not gorgeous? I can pull that out of my cabinet and instantly it just makes me happy. I call it my weekend mug because I only use it on the weekend. I know that's crazy, but it's like a celebration. I pull out my weekend mug and have a cup of tea or coffee, and it means I'm off for 2 days and I can create and play. So what I have in this, now it's iced, it was hot, but I have chocolate mint planted in my back and front yard, and beautiful plants. They are so healthy. So I harvested that this afternoon after church and brewed myself a pot of chocolate mint tea. And just little simple things like that just fill my life with joy. I love beautiful mugs, color, nature, plants. It's like no matter what's happening in your life, if you surround yourself with art and beauty, how can you not be happy? You know, we have so much to be happy about. Even if things are going wrong, you can find the happy. And so that's a lot of what Deb's Artsy Life is about. It's finding the happy. And my happy place is definitely creating. As long as I've got something in my hand that I'm working on, I'm happy. No matter what's happening. Oh no. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hopefully it picked up where it left off. That was my dog Tucker, also known as Cujo. The mailman was delivering an Amazon package, and I mean he's a little rescue dog that's as cute as he can be, but he turns into, I don't know, when the mailman or the UPS truck comes by. So anyway, all it is a pan that I'm gonna use in our oven that I ordered on Amazon during Prime Days. But anyway, Tucker doesn't know that, so I'll introduce you to him eventually. He only wants to sit with me and be really, really close to me when my grandson's here because he's very jealous. And so I tried to get him to come up on the couch a minute ago so I could put him in the video, and he would have nothing of it. So anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about. I guess just surrounding yourself with beautiful things and surrounding yourself with joy and crochet and knitting. It brings me joy. Creating anything with my hands just makes me so happy. So anyway, what am I working on? what am I not working on? I've got so many projects going that I could record a video every day and I would never run out of content because that's how many ideas I have and stuff I want to do. So anyway, this is the big old, well, it's not really that big, but it's the granny square blanket that I'm working on for my daughter's Nana, my ex-mother-in-law, who's in the nursing home. Grace wanted me to make her something to put at the foot of her bed just to give some color to the room and some brightness. And I'm using Premier Basics, the new colors of Premier Basics. And I have a video about those if you'd like to go back and watch that. I have an unboxing when I opened the package, so very exciting, or at least it was to me. Okay, and the black is Line Brand Heartland Tweed, Black Canyon Tweed. And I don't think you can see it on the video clearly, but the little flecks that are in this yarn are the same colors basically that are in the blanket. And then I'm doing black and white moss stitch now. I'm going to do about 5 rows for a nice black and white border. And what gave me that idea was we have an art school in our town called Chestnut Creek School of the Arts. And there's a lady who has a quilt show there now, and her quilts are amazing. They're pieces of art, basically, and they're bright colors, kind of like this, and different shapes and kind of geometric designs. But on each one, she has a black and white border. And I just thought that was so ingenious. I mean, it's just beautiful. It just sets off the color perfectly. So that's what I decided to do on this. And then yesterday, before my grandson came, I was just looking in my yarn closet, which I will show you eventually if I ever get the nerve. I'm a little bit ashamed of it because I have way too much yarn, more than I can ever use. And I've already given away like 2 huge garbage bags full of Red Heart Super Saver and Big Twist. And then I ended up buying more Big Twist value. So it's like I have always had this collecting personality. I've always got to be collecting something. If I'm passionate about something or like something, then I got to have it all. So I'm like that with art supplies, and now I'm like that with yarn. And I think the problem is I've got to have all the colors and all the textures with yarn, but all the colors especially. So that's my story. I am a yarn-aholic. So anyway, I pulled this out, and I thought I could share it with you. This is a bag that I made. It's been a while. I adore making these bags. So the thing is, I was going to sell them, but then, and I do sell them occasionally, but I have such a hard time parting with them. And it brings me joy to give them away. I gave some to my sisters and my niece. So anyway, inside this bag is yet another project. And what this is, I had wanted to make another bag. It takes 5 granny squares to make the box, the bag, the square bag. So here are, I don't know if you can see this very well. It's a lot brighter than it's showing up on camera. If I continue this channel, I'm going to invest in a webcam. I almost bought one during Amazon Prime days, and I talked myself out of it because I told myself that I would give this 6 months. And if I'm still enjoying this, and depending on how this channel's going in 6 months, then I'll invest and, hopefully get a better camera. But until then, bear with me. This purple is so bright that it looks fluorescent. I mean, it is gorgeous. So they're all this. I think these three are the same, and then I made two that are a little bit different. But this is yarn I bought at Hobby Lobby. It's the hand dyed yarns that they sell. And of course, I got it on clearance. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in Paint Party colorway. And this is Heartland Virgin Islands. Heartland, well, it's just Heartland yarn, line brand Heartland. And every time I say Heartland, I think about the show we're watching on Netflix. No, Faith and Family. Heartland. We're on the 16th season. Anyway, I love that show. And then again, I don't like it. There's things I like. Lou drives me crazy. Does anybody else have that? I guess she's supposed to drive us crazy, but I highly recommend the show. But man, sometimes. And then when Ty died, it was like I was at a real person's funeral. My husband had to come comfort me. I was crying so hard. So anyway, you got to watch Heartland if you haven't. But this is Heartland yarn, okay? So I want to make a bag like this out of that. Here is the yarn, and it is Virgin Islands. Oh, I love this color. Love it. And this is the Hobby Lobby Paint Party. Is that not just luscious? Speaking of Hobby Lobby yarn, I've got to show you something. Hold on just 1 minute while I dig into my pile of yarn and works in progress in the corner. But this, oh, I'm so proud of this. This is knitting. And what happened is, sorry, I was working on these. I still haven't finished this. I guess I get bored with just the knit stitch, just the garter stitch. I don't know. I guess I just want to do the stockinette stitch. I don't know, but I am going to finish this. But I have no attention span at all. I mean, it's just like going from one project to another most of the time. Okay, so hold on. I'm just digging all this out. Sorry about that. So this is the first one I did, and I managed, to successfully do the stockinette stitch, and I think I've shared this with you. And I need to continue it, but it has a lot of mistakes, as you can see. And so I think what I'm going to do is just end this and cast off. Well, I'm going to do the knit stitch border and then just cast off and maybe use it, I don't know, as a little spread underneath a lamp or something like that. But I don't want to continue it because it has so many errors. That just drives me crazy. See that? I guess I've dropped a stitch or missed a stitch and tried to fix it. I don't know. But I can't be satisfied with it. I don't want to turn it into a scarf. So I moved on. I wanted to see how I love this yarn. I got this on clearance, and the reason it was on clearance is they discontinued this color, and I was very sad because it's one of my favorites. It's called Jazz Stripe. I love this yarn. And many of you may know, but I think it was Summer's Tips and Stitches that posted a video about how this yarn is actually made for knitting. It really is, because it has a whole different look knitted as it does crocheted. And I was actually going to crochet a swatch of this and show you that and then compare it to the knitted swatch. And I'm sure I've crocheted with it in the past, but I neglected to do that. So I don't have a comparison right now, but look at this. Excuse me, it is rolling up. I guess it's because it's been all scrunched up on the needle. But that is the stockinette stitch with a knit stitch border to keep it from rolling. And it does somewhat, but not totally. And I think once I finish it, and wash it and dry it, it'll straighten up. But is that not beautiful? And so far, I can't tell that I've made any glaring mistakes. So, and even if I did, I think in this yarn you wouldn't notice it quite as bad. So I'm going to try to continue and make this into a scarf. I've got several of these, and you know what I really want to do is make a sweater. But I'm not that brave yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. But anyway, I could not wait to share that with you. I just love these colors, and I love how this yarn works up. And maybe in my next video, I will have searched and found something I've done with this in crochet. It'll probably be a granny square. But anyway, okay, got to find my other needle. Don't know where it went. That's the thing about knitting needles. You have to keep up with more than one hook. In crochet, you just have one hook. But in knitting, you got to keep up with two. And it scares me too, because imagine if my grandson got a hold of this. So I really have to watch and keep them put up. Okay, so that's that project. Now, I also found this, and I've been wondering where my other size I9 hook was, my 5.5 millimeter, and it's in this bag. I get all these bright ideas and I start something, and then I get another idea and I go to the next thing. So I had forgotten all about this, but this is the same kind of square. It's just in purple. Is that not gorgeous? Well, I mean, it would be if all the ends weren't sticking out, but I'll sew those in eventually. But isn't that beautiful? So my plan for this is the Premier Sweet Roll Vivid. And Cinnamon Stitches is the reason I have this. She did an unboxing a while back, and of course I had to have it. This is Lava Lamp. And it's so funny because Cinnamon Stitches and I, she doesn't know it, but we have so much in common. She, her colors are me. I mean, I don't normally even use anything neutral. I just wanted it because I thought it was neat how the flex matched the yarn, but usually I don't use neutrals. It's all about the color. So I love this. And it makes me think of my daughter because she likes yellow, orange, and purple. So anyway, this is going to be another bag eventually. Sorry about that. I had to stop the video because my husband came upstairs, and I don't know why, but I just freeze up if he's anywhere close by. I can't be talking to the computer while he's in the room. So anyway, while I was up, I got another whip. So this is a bag I made from scrap yarn. And I don't know if you can see it really well, but let me know what you think in the comments about this bag. I can't make myself like the colors all that much, but maybe I just need to sell this one. I have trouble parting with them. So it has lots and lots of Premier Basics. Not Premier Basics. What's it called? No. Premier Anti-Peeling Everyday Worsted. Okay, what this is a prayer shawl that I started in February for a lady in my church, a dear friend, and I just am not finishing it, which is ridiculous. I've got to finish it and give it to her, but it is, to me, kind of tedious because it's taken forever. I mean, it's just taken forever. I think it's because I work on so many different things, but there's not much. I don't know. I don't know why I lost interest in this, but I've got to pick it back up. Okay, so this is the sedge stitch. I followed a YouTube video, and I don't remember whose it was. I don't remember, but just about everything I've learned in crochet has been from a YouTube video, which is why I wanted to have this channel and just share, you know. So anyway, this yarn right here is luscious. I love this. It is the Big Twist Party. And I haven't heard a lot about this online except for a video that Cinnamon Stitches did, I think. I think it was her. And, of course, as is the usual for me, I had to have it. But once I got it and used it, I couldn't stop. So they had it, when they first came out with it, it was priced at $2.99 a skein. And I'll be honest, I probably would never pay full price for this. Not in the quantity that I purchased. I mean, I got like 6 skeins of every single color. So I have a whole closet full, practically, of Big Twist Party. And it does split a little bit, you know, that it's not tightly woven. I don't know if you can see that. But it doesn't bother me. I love this yarn. This is the bubblegum colorway. And it is a 4 weight, but it's kind of the texture of it makes it seem a little thinner than that. I love it because it doesn't feel plasticky like some acrylic yarn. It has this wonderful, almost like cotton texture to it. And it's machine washable. It says do not tumble dry, dry flat. So it is dry flat. Which bothers me a little bit about this shawl because it's so thick. This sedge stitch is tremendously thick when the fabric is finished. And it occurred to me, well, I was just wanting to try out a new stitch. And so I used this stitch for this shawl when I probably would have been better off to use a much more lacy stitch. But I'm hoping that she can still use this. You know, it could even be like a table runner, or I don't know. I mean, I guess you could use it as a shawl, but of course I've got to make it bigger and finish off the pattern. So I'm only on this, and so I'll have this much left to go, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe I can work on that some today. I just lost interest, basically. So there's that. So as you can see, I have enough to work on just in that little bit for the rest of the year. And then I told you about the blanket I wanted to make for the bed in the front bedroom. Well, here is what I've gotten so far on that. Okay, this is made with the Premier Anti-Peeling. And I want the whole blanket to be in this yarn. I'm just really struggling with this blanket because I don't like pastel colors, and I absolutely detest that rusty color. And I'm just really struggling. And then this color, I don't even know if it goes with the others, And usually if I make a granny square, it's going to have a flower center or something to give it some interest. This whole block of the same color just, I don't like it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And then there's the fact that I really don't want to invest in another full-size bedspread. I don't want to invest that much time. Yarn, I have plenty. I mean, look at these. I've shown you this before, but this bag is absolutely full. And it's a huge bag. I mean, it's as big as me. It's bigger than me, okay? Full of this anti-peeling everyday worsted. And it's in all these colors. And I'm sure you're thinking, well, if you didn't like those colors, why did you buy them? I couldn't tell you. And it's not so much that I don't like the colors. I mean, like in the room, it looks great. But to sit here and work with these colors, I don't know. It's just such a long investment. But I'm going to try. I'm just kind of putting it aside for a while and working on this. And so when I'm working on this, I realize what really makes my heart sing, and it's not pastel colors, not by any stretch of the imagination. Of course, I've never met many colors I didn't like, except for maybe burgundy and hunter green, and that is the color clay. And I guess it's okay. I think what's bothering me with this, and you tell me what you think in the comments, is that there's not enough value contrast. I mean, it's just all so pastel-y and no, nothing to pop, nothing to, I mean, like here you've got the blue, and it pops. It's a whole, I don't know, but then you've also got bright colors. Well, here, this is kind of pastel, but you've got the red that makes it pop. And in this, I just don't have anything that's popping. So I don't know what to do. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Now I have another bag like this, just like that big one I showed you. And it's full of anti-peeling everyday worsted in all the bright colors. And that one I will enjoy making. But this one I am struggling. So I told my husband I might just make a throw size instead of a full size bedspread, and that might work. But anyway, so now that I have completely made the living room look like a disaster, I will end this video and hope that I can put all these different segments together. I see people pause their video on YouTube all the time, but for some reason I'm not sure if it's going to work. But anyway, I'm using a different software called Riverside FM, and I don't know how it's going to work. Hopefully better than just my camera. But thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for sharing my videos. And thank you for listening. I just love to share what I'm working on and what I'm doing, and find like-minded people who are doing some of the same things. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you back here for episode 5 soon. Thanks for watching.